Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Radha, Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham. We are reading from Vrindavan Mahimaamrit, written by Srila Prabodhanand Saraswati. These are meditations on Vrindavan Dham. So before we delve into the meditation, let me first pray to Radharani. Radha sadhyam sadhanam yasya Radha, mantro Radha mantradatri cha Radha, sarvam Radha jivanam yasya Radha, Radha Radha vachi tasya kim sesham. In the previous video, we started reading from it. We finished around 4 shlokas. This book has around 1700 shlokas. We are reading from the first Shatakam, which is Shatakam means 100 shlokas. First chapter which has 100 shlokas. Shri Radha Murli Manohara Padam Bhojan Sada Bhavayan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Padarajah Svatmanamevarpayan Srimad Bhagavatottaman Gudanidhi Nityadaradanman Shri Vrindavan Divavaibhamamaham Stotum Smuda Prarabhe. We bow down to Shri Radha Murli Manohar. We bow down to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees of Vrindavan and all the Rasik saints of Vrindavan. We bow down to them and we seek their blessings. And now we are getting into praising, glorifying Vrindavan. Last time we ended up at Shlok number 4. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Radha Krishna Vilasa Purna Suchamatkaram Mahamadhuri Saraswara Chamatkritam Hari Rasotkarshasya Kashtham Param Divyam Swadara Saikaramya Subhagasesham Nasheshadibihi Seshairgamya Gunoga Paramanisham Sanstaumi Vrindavanam. He says, day and night I sing the glories of Vrindavan. What kind of glory? How glorious is Vrindavan? He says, oh, this is full of wonders. Wonders of what? Wonders of Radha Krishna Vilas, where of Sri Radha and Krishna's beautiful, transcendental, divine, loving pastimes. Suchamatkaram, full of miracles. Mahamadhuri, full of sweetness. Mahamadhuri Sfaram Chamatkritim Hari Rasotkarshasya Kashtham Param. And what else? Oh, in Vrindavan, Hariras goes on increasing daily and daily. The nectar of Hari's name, that the nectarian mellow, the feeling, the bhavana of Hari just goes on increasing day by day, day by day. It is flooding the entire Vrindavan. Now what is that Hariras? Here he has mentioned a name called Hariras. He says Hariras, the whole of Vrindavan is now flooded with the auspicious Hariras. Ras means nectar, nectar of Hari. What is that Hariras? English it means nectar of Hari, but actually the feeling behind this is Hariras means Radharas. The sweetness of Radha. So the whole of Vrindavan is flooded with the sweetness of Hariras, that is the sweetness of Srimati Radha. And that is why this Vrindavan is so wonderful, so wondrous. Where else will you get to taste this sweetness of Hariras, of Radharas? So this is this is so auspicious and it is so flooded with it that he says, oh, even Divyam Swadarasaika, this rasa, this nectar is so divine, so tasteful. Divyam Swadarasaika Ramya Subhaga Shesham Nasheshadibihi Seshaira Gamya Gunauga Paramanisham. He says, the whole Vrindavan is so much flooded with this transcendental nectar, such divine nectar, that even Sheshnag and other Shiva and all the other devatas, even they are now drowning in this ocean of nectar. Even they are not able to cross this ocean of nectar, not swim or go anywhere. And he says, such a wonderful place called Vrindavan. I think of it day and night. And I am going to praise it day and night. I am now going to glorify Vrindavan, which is filled with the sweetness of Sri Radha Krishna's pastimes. And then in the next shloka, shloka number 5, he mentions how to live in Vrindavan. So now we are hearing Vrindavan is a miraculous place, Vrindavan is a wonderful place, and in Vrindavan, even today, these divine pastimes are happening. From eternal time, Vrindavan is Bhagwan's private headquarters, private chambers, his private palace. So these pastimes are happening all the time. So when we are going to Vrindavan, what should be our attitude? So he says in the next shloka, 5th, Premotkaina vichintayatam vilutnahi sarvangamayojyatam dehasyasya samarpanena sudrida prema samasthiyatam radhajani rupasyatam Sthirachara praniha santoshyatam Shri Vrindavanameva sarvam paramam sarvatmana shriyatam. He says, oh, when you go to Vrindavan, or even when you think of Vrindavan, think of it with Premotkantha. Premotkantha means ever increasing love, or a hankering with love. So when you think of Vrindavan, hanker for it. Hanker for the love of Vrindavan. And what else? Viluntanai sarvangam ayojyatam. When you go to Vrindavan, roll in its dust. The dust of Vrindavan is very important. Why? Oh, this is the place on earth where Bhagwan incarnated, and along with Bhagwan, his Atma, his soul, Srimati Radharani came. And not only that, his highest devotees, the gopis, they all incarnated in Vrindavan. They all walked in Vrindavan, their holy feet walked on the dust of Vrindavan. Not only that, Shri Krishna loves Vrindavan's dust so much, he becomes cows. He expands himself. And he tastes by becoming the cow, he's rolling, he's going everywhere in Vrindavan. He tastes the dust of Vrindavan. Not only that, we know one leela of Krishna where he's taking the dust and eating it up. He does all these leelas. So Krishna loves Vrindavan so much. And Vrindavan, the dust of Vrindavan he loves so much. He crawls there he walks there barefoot. So this is a place on earth. We are so lucky to know that Vrindavan exists, where God walked himself, where all his best devotees walked. So that is why the dust of Vrindavan is so important, so important. Prabodhanand Saraswati tells us, when you go to Vrindavan, roll in the dust of Vrindavan, take that dust and sprinkle on yourself. Oh, that the gopis And Krishna loved the dust so much, and especially when Radharani walks on the dust, Shri Krishna follows her. And Shri Krishna takes the dust and then applies it on his forehead. And gopis, the sakhis, the friends, they are walking behind Radharani. They take the dust and they are sprinkling on everybody. That is the importance of this dust. So Prabodhanand Saraswati says, oh, go and roll in this dust. Cry. Hanker. Love this Vrindavan from all your heart, from the core of your heart. And then what? Dehasya yasa samarpanena sudrida prema samastheyatam. Surrender your body with full love. Whatever you have, just give it to Vrindavan. And then he says, Radha jani nirupasyatam sthiracharana praniha santosyatam. He says, go and worship Shri Radha's birthplace. Go to Barsana, go to Raval. Go to other places, Jatipura. I mean, every place in Vrindavan. It's only the energy of Srimati Radharani. What else is there? And go there and worship all the Sthavar Jangam, means the living and the non-living things in Vrindavan. Sometimes when people go, when you hear all these glories of Vrindavan, Vrindavan is this, Vrindavan is that. Now, especially when we go deeper into these shlokas, there will be certain times when you will feel like, oh, I should just stop everything and right now go to Vrindavan. You'll feel like that. Because the way he has written all his feelings, his emotions, that ecstasy, he has poured into it. So you will feel like going there. And when you read all these things and you go there, and then sometimes you will feel, oh, I went with so much hopes. But Vrindavan is just not like that, the way it was explained in the book. And sometimes I've seen people, they've gone to Vrindavan and they've come back telling, oh, Vrindavan is a dirty place. People are cheating. I've heard that also. There could be. But why are we going to Vrindavan? The purpose of our visit is to worship Shri Radha Krishna. The purpose of our visit is to feel the love. If we go and we take some vows, we will be sitting at the Yamuna and chanting the whole day. Or we will sit at Manasarovar and read Vrindavan Mahimaamrit. Or we will go to some temple and we will read the Radha Sudhanidhi. Or we will go for 10-11 days and read the entire Bhagavatam. If we go with vows like that, instead of just roaming aimlessly, only looking for chaat pakodas and those restaurants and the stalls, food stalls. If we go with this feeling of doing some sadhana, some transcendental meditation, then it is worth it. Otherwise, you will only find negatives. So when you enter Vrindavan, he says, keep your focus. He says, worship all the living and the non-living beings there. When you see the non-living beings, what will you see in Vrindavan? Dust is important, as I told you. Then you will see Govardhan. So Govardhan, wherever you see mountains, this is all Girivar, this is all Govardhan. And Govardhan is none different than Krishna. Govardhan, when we worship Govardhan, we see Govardhan as the solidified love of Sri Radha Krishna. And when you see Yamuna ji, this is the love of Radha Krishna in a liquid form, it is overflowing. So love that is solidified is become Govardhan, and the love which is overflowing, which is flowing, has become Yamuna ji. So with this vision, with this mindset, when you enter Vrindavan, you will find whatever is mentioned in Vrindavan Mahimaamrit there. You will find this joy, you will find this ecstasy. But if you do not have this, then when you enter, you will, then you will not find. You may sometimes be very feel very bad. Where did I come? So, Vrindavan Mahimaamrit consists of this so many shlokas which are only purely meditation on Vrindavan. And our attitude when we enter Vrindavan, this has to be the attitude. Why are we entering there? We are going to worship Radha Krishna. We are going to offer our love to Radha Krishna. We are going to roll in the dust of Vrindavan. We are going to respect each and everything in Vrindavan. Do not consider the rocks as ordinary. Do not consider the water as ordinary. Do not consider the trees, the animals also as ordinary. They are all very high class devotees who decided to be in Vrindavan, because even today, Vrindavan is the place where the eternal pastimes of Radha Krishna is happening. Those who develop the eyes see it. So we have to develop the eyes. How do you develop it? You have to purify yourself. How do you purify? You have to do all those sadhanas. Listen to the leelas, like Vrindavan meditation. Vrindavan Mahimaamrit is a meditation by itself. So we listen to this and we purify ourselves. He says, the next shloka, Vedanta prati padayanti mukhato no chetatah kim mama manyante na cha shastra garta patita dustarkina kim tatah no cheda bhagavatanubhuti padvim yatastatah kimmam swatma vajra sahasravid ivano spandeta vrindavana. He says, oh, if so many Vedas or the Vedanta does not directly describe the Vrindavan, why should I care? How does it matter to me? Manyatena cha shastra gartapatita dustarkinaha. And there are those people who are logicians, who think they have great logic, but they are all at fault. Even if they don't, they will argue with you. And they will try to prove, oh, Vrindavan, this is not as glorious as you are talking. And Radha Krishna stories, don't even believe in them, because Radha is imaginary. Because if Radha was there, why was she not mentioned in the Vedas? People argue like this. They put their logic. They say these are all stories cooked up. Bhagwan will not be doing all these pastimes, prancing around with the gopis and the sakhis. Do you think Bhagwan will come down like this? Do you think Bhagwan will be, Shri Krishna will be, going behind Radharani? What are you talking? Not possible. So there are logicians who talk like this. These are faulty logicians. They are at fault. They don't know. So they have fallen down deeply into the well of their own logic. He says, if they don't want to worship Vrindavan, if they want to ignore Vrindavan, so be it. Why should I care? It doesn't matter to me. I am not at loss. It's their loss. No cheda bhagavatanubhuti padvim yatastata kimmam. And there are other devotees. So these are one category of people who want to talk about Vedas, Vedanta, logic, Brahma, impersonal Brahman and whatnot. And there is another category who also do not believe in Radha Krishna. They believe in Krishna. But Radha's identity, they have some question mark. I have met such people too. And there are people who don't worship Radha Krishna because they think that, oh, this is not good. How can Bhagwan be loving somebody and not marrying that person? So they have all this, some faulty things, for some kind of argument in their head. They will worship Vishnu Lakshmi, another form of God. They will worship Narayana. But Radha Krishna, they are like, no. Radharani, she'll be in the background. But they are afraid of saying this openly, so sometimes they are like, okay, We worship Vishnu Lakshmi. That's it. They don't want to talk about Radha. So he says, no worries. There are many devotees of Lord who are worshipping Bhagwan in various other mellows, other bhavas. Some see Bhagwan as Bal Krishna, so they will only worship that Bal Krishna Swarup. They don't want to talk about this transcendental pastimes, whatever is happening in the Nikunja, because here nobody can understand these leelas. Because this leelas, Krishna is holding Radha in his hand and walking in Yamuna. And Krishna is crying to see Radharani. Krishna is falling at the feet of the gopis that give me, allow me to go into that grove, I want to see Radharani. Nobody wants to hear this. So there are some kind of devotees who do not want to hear this because they love Krishna so much, they can't hear that Krishna is falling at the feet of Radharani. How is that even possible? So there are devotees like that. There are devotees who say, oh, Krishna is just a baby. Don't talk about all this loving pastimes. No, love. No. Krishna can be Ram, Maryada Purushottam in limits. But Krishna doing these leelas? No. Keep it away. So there are devotees like that who talk like this. So Prabodhanand Saraswati says, so what? They love God in their own feelings, with their own feeling, with their own emotions. If they do not like these topics, no problem. How does it matter to me? Good luck to them. My heart, my mind is only into this transcendental topics of Vrindavan. And I don't care. I will not think of anything else other than this transcendental loving pastimes of Vrindavan. Even if somebody comes and threatens me or tries to kill me or beat me up, even if somebody comes and pierces me with thousands of thunderbolts, he says, I would never ever leave Vrindavan. And the same bhava, same feelings is reciprocated by another Rasik saint, Saint Dhruvdas, in his book called Bayalis Leela. I am going to read some of the padas from there, beautiful padas. यद्यपि धावत विषय को भजन गहत बिचिपानी ऐसे वृंदा विपिन की शरण गही ध्रुवानी. He says, oh, my mind, why are you running here and there? And then he advises us, even if the mind is running here and there, bring it back to Vrindavan. How do you bring it back? Just by doing the bhajan. Just by thinking of Vrindavan, and Vrindavan will take care of you even if your mind is running back. Just think of it. बसिबो वृंदा विपिन को जीते विधि दृढ़ होई नहीं चूके ऐसो समय जतन कीजिए सोई. He says, whatever it is, make a strong resolution that I will be in Vrindavan. I will not think of anything else other than Vrindavan. Whatever it is, however it is, do not lose this opportunity. कहाँ तू कहाँ वृंदा विपिन आनी बनियो भलबान यही बात जिय समझ के अपनो छाड़ी सयान. He's saying, do not use too much of logic, because whatever logic you are using to talk whether Vrindavan exists, whether Vrindavan is real, whether Vrindavan is, stop all this logic. It's not going to help you. So make this determination that I will think of Vrindavan. So when I'm talking like this, many times who are living abroad or who are not in Vrindavan, those people, as the viewers will listen, as I told you in the beginning also, you will feel like going to Vrindavan right away. But even if we are not able to go bodily, we can always keep our mind in Vrindavan. How do we keep? By listening to these transcendental pastimes. So he says, stop arguing, stop, how much do you want to search? What knowledge do you want? Just go to Vrindavan. You have very less time left for you in this world. Who knows when we are going to die? So if you want to really die, Try to die in Vrindavan. So when we listen to this, we are like, oh, don't know if we will be able to go to Vrindavan or not. But at least we can keep our mind in Vrindavan. That's what I advise everybody. He says, Chinabhanguratana jat hai. Within a second, your body will pass away. You will die. Chadahi vishay. Alol, leave this, take this mind away from all the subject matters of the world. Kaudi badli lehitu adbhuta ratana amol. What is the worth of this worldly matters? Just like stone. Instead, why don't you get the highest precious stone, which is Vrindavan Dham? Go there. Leave all this greed that is pulling you to the world. Put your mind to Vrindavan. नहीं सो माता पिता नहीं मित्र पुत्र को नाही इनमें जो अंतर करे बसत वृंदावन माही. Somebody will say, oh, I have so many responsibilities. How can I leave my responsibility and go? Yes. Physically maybe. Mentally, connect yourself with Vrindavan. He says, those who understand this, they will live in Vrindavan. Forget mother, father, friend, son, all these familial relations. Your mind is always occupied with their thoughts. Your body is always serving them. When will you go to Vrindavan? Nate, jete, jagat ke, te sab mithya maan. All these relations. You will have to leave it one day and go. Don't waste your time. Go to Vrindavan. Satya Nitya Anandamay, the only permanent place, the only place where you will find the ultimate rest, ultimate joy, ultimate happiness is Vrindavan. Oh my mind, go there. बसी के वृंदा विपिन में ऐसे मन में राख प्राण तजो तन बन ना तजो कहो बात को लाख. And if you are very fortunate to get a chance to live in Vrindavan, then make this vow. Take this vow that whatever happens, I may die, but I will not live Vrindavan. Prana tajo ban na tajo. I may die, whatever reasons, but I will not live Vrindavan. No matter how many times people try to talk to me and try to impress upon me that live Vrindavan, nothing there in Vrindavan. Why are you so crazy about Vrindavan? They do not know our craze. I lost my heart in Vrindavan. What can I say? If I have to die, I will die in the thoughts of Vrindavan. Make this resolute determination. This is the resolution. People make New Year resolutions. For me, every day is a new day. Every new day you start and make this resolution. If I have to die today, how do I want to die? Thinking of Vrindavan. Whatever it is. Think of Vrindavan, think of Vrindavan. Every day is a new day. Every day, every year is a new year. Make this resolution. Chalat phirat sunyat yahi Shri Radha Vallabh Lal Aise Vrinda Vipin mein Basat raho sab kaal. He says, if you get an opportunity to live in Vrindavan, you are the most fortunate person. Because why? Because in Vrindavan, even if you are walking, even if you are sadhana, you are not able to do. Even if you are walking, you will hear the name of Radha Vallabh Lal. Jai Shri Radha, Jai Shri Radha. That's the beauty of Vrindavan. You get down at Mathura station. First of all, you will touch the dust of Vrindavan, and then when you go out, you want to take an auto or rickshaw or something, or your car or whatever to go to the hotel or any place. You know how people call you there? Radhe, Radhe, you need an auto? Radhe, kahan jana hai? Where do you want to go? Radhe, listen. Radhe means listen. Sometimes the way they will call you is Radhe. Radhe means listen. So he says, that is the glory of Vrindavan, that just by being there, your ears will constantly hear the name of Srimati Radha, Shri Radha Vallabh. Jai Shri Radha Vallabh, Jai Shri Radha Vallabh. You will hear all these names. You will see saints who are talking about Radha Krishna. Wherever you go, wherever your eyes go, wherever your ears are listening, whatever it is listening, it is a naturally it will be hearing only Radha, 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 Radha. You will see names of Radha written everywhere in the walls. Everybody is Radha Mai there. So he says, ऐसे वृंदा विपिन में बसत रहो सब काल. You must make a determination to live in this Vrindavan forest always, at all times. बसिबो वृंदावन को यह मन में धर ले हूँ, कीजे ऐसे नेम दृढ़ या रज में पर दे हो. Make this strong resolution that I will live in Vrindavan forever and my body will lie down in the dust of Vrindavan. So those who are living abroad, people like us, not possible. We know our situations. So sometimes the heart cries, the heart craves, is it possible? I want to have this. But God knows where death is going to happen. But at least sincerely if we pray, I'm assuring you Vrindavan will make all the arrangements for you. Vrindavan will make all the arrangements for you. If not, at least keep some Yamuna water at your home. At least keep the dust of Vrindavan. If you know people who are going to Vrindavan, tell them to get it for you. Keep a box of dust, Vrindavan dust, at your home. Tell your family members, if I pass away, if I am in the hospital, wherever, who knows where we are going to die. Where we are going to die, we don't know. But at least tell your family members that this is my last desire, that let my body be smeared with the dust of Vrindavan. People write their will. This is so many things. After I die, put this thing in your will. Let my body be sprinkled with the water of Yamuna. Let my body be smeared with the dust of Vrindavan. And if you sincerely mark my words, I'm telling it with the power of Radharani. If you sincerely pray to Vrindavan, no matter which corner of the world you are, Vrindavan will make sure that your last desire is fulfilled. Alright, he says, last thing, Khand khand vai jayatan, अंग अंग सतटूक, वृंदावन नहीं छाड़िए, छाड़ी वो यही बड़ी चूक. He says, no matter. If somebody pierces me with thousands of bolts and if this body has to cut into hundreds of fragments, whatever it is. Khand khand vai jayatan, anga anga satatuk. Maybe the body is pierced, maybe my body parts are cut off into many parts, but still, Vrindavan nahi chhadiyo. Do not ever leave Vrindavan. If you ever leave it, that will be the biggest mistake you will do in your life. So, with this thought, we will end it up here with the thought of Vrindavan, praying to Vrindavan. That, oh Vrindavan, my mind is at your feet. My heart is at your feet. I surrender at my soul at your feet. O Shri Radha Krishna, always be with us, always bless us with your love. The rest of the shlokas we'll do in the next video. Till then, Jai Shri Radha Krishna, Jai Vrindavan Dham.